Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Eschalon Book 1. We are still on the first floor of the Goblin Citadel, but not for much longer. In fact, I'm going to take a first peek up to level 2, and I don't know, does it look a bit less rough? Actually, it seems to. Not really sure why they took the time to tile out this entire floor here. Oh, crap. Of course we have giant spiders. This is actually a problem. Well, I mean, I guess not necessarily. It is obscured by darkness. Wait, so am I. Well, in that case, if it doesn't know I'm here, stupid spider, I still have time to do this. Surprised the spiders didn't notice me even now. Please don't poison me. Okay, thanks. Much appreciated. Okay, there's some water on the floor here. And of course, more spiders. How lovely. Why would the goblins have giant spiders up here anyway? Unless they are just vermin? I mean, I suppose they make for pretty decent guard animals. But they must be super nasty to have around. I don't know, maybe goblins have different standards. I guess that's quite possible. Quite likely, even. Alright, that opens that. So far, so straightforward. I guess this is just a room with some extra spiders. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh my predator sight because I'm not trusting it to last much longer. I am not currently hidden. I will have to fight two at once here. I mean, one level of poisoning is okay, I guess. Just paying extra attention to the combat log here to make sure I'm not getting further poisoned, because that can be just extremely annoying, as we've seen in the past. Nothing here, huh? None of these cocoon thingies can be looted at all. Also, as usual, I'm really sorry about the poor visibility, but it's just... oh, this is literally the maze of the Minotaur, huh? Minotaur, I go back and forth. Discovered a trap nearby. Wow, that was lucky. Thanks, spot hidden skill. Nice. Not bad at all. Okay, let's see here. Skullduggery. So yeah, again, sorry about the poor visibility, but it's just so much better. I mean, I guess I could be switching back and forth between a torch and no torch, but the game makes it so awkward to do that. Well, it's what it is. 39. I mean, ouch. Further poison. Yeah, no. Thanks, but no thanks. Okay, that's better. That is much better. Although, we're probably gonna run into more traps here. Which is kind of bad. Not really sure. I mean, there's no reason to go here, for example. I mean, a maze really doesn't make a lot of sense in a top-down game where you see everything in advance, where there is no fog of war or anything. Wait, we don't have predator sight anymore. Okay, let him wander away then. Also, I guess put these back on because I am going to fight. No. Alright. Oh, that's another dead end. But... okay. If they were clever, they could hide maybe a chest or two somewhere in here. So I have to go... oh, there's another enemy, so I have to go there, of course. If nothing else, he's gonna prevent me from resting if I want to do that in the future. Why are you not moving, my friend? Okay. Wait, is this the way? No, there's a wall actually. Well, to be fair... good. Lucky me. To be fair, because of the darkness, because I'm refusing to light a torch here, it's not actually entirely trivial to navigate though. Wait, is this Gramuk? No way. To navigate that maze. Hold on a second. I guess he doesn't count as an enemy? Maybe he does. Maybe there are more enemies hiding there. Okay, let's do some resting. Actually, save first. Okay. And we're at this part of the game again. I wonder, what did it say? Yeah, 28.7 hours played at this point. Kind of crazy. But I guess it does make sense. This would be episode 20, right? If I didn't lose count. No, 20. Yeah, over an hour each. Often up to an hour and a half. So I guess that makes sense. I wonder how much of that has been spent just standing there, resting. A not inconsiderable amount of time, I would guess. I really am curious about the sequels. To see just how much has changed in terms of quality of life and, you know, how many compromises have been made. There we go. Not really sure if we're gonna end up fighting this guy. I mean, possibly, maybe. We do have everything in place, except for our spells, of course, but we can change that. Okay, well, there seems to be some sort of treasure chamber behind whoever this is. It looks kind of shamanistic. Standing in the center of the room is a goblin who appears as if he's been waiting for you to arrive for quite some time. Yeah, sorry to keep you waiting, man. I do like to take my time. His shimmering clothing and jeweled staff suggests he is a practitioner of magic. He has a face that is wrinkled and scarred, with eyes black and piercing. He looks very old for a goblin, and his frail frame dismisses any threatening appearance he may possess. In fact, his wizened face seems almost trusting. Trusting or trustworthy? No introduction needed. You already know this creature is Gramuk, the goblin shaman you've been looking for. As you approach, he speaks. Human, come closer. We have much to discuss. Have we now? I mean, he might be trying to trick me, but I'm protected by the gem I'm carrying, so sure. What have we to discuss? Human, I have watched you. I have witnessed all your deeds, and I know the quest that you have undertaken. Before you foolishly attempt something that you will regret, let us talk. Certainly there is a solution to all this that we may both benefit from. Yeah, well, I doubt it, but sure, I will listen for just a moment. Do not try anything foolish. Human, let me inquire. Are you trying to be the savior of all of Thermore, or are you simply trying to save yourself? The difference means everything. As Gramuk speaks, he paces in a small circle, tapping his staff on the marble floor. You see, human, you are merely a pawn. Erebor has convinced you that you must destroy me to ensure your own survival, but that is not the case. He is not concerned for your well-being. He is only concerned for Shadowmerc and Thermor. You know, only Shadowmerc and Thermor. I mean, less Shadowmerc, but Thermor is a pretty large region with lots of people living in it, so, you know, its fate is kind of, you know, a big deal. He will readily sacrifice you in hopes of protecting these lands. After all, it was he who sent you foolishly into the heart of the Goblin lands all alone. Yeah, I mean, he was right in choosing me, apparently, because I had little trouble getting here. Anyway, it is only by my lenience that you stand here now, and it is my overwhelming generosity that persuades me to make you an offer. Sure. Oh, okay, I have a chance to bluff and attack him by surprise right now. I mean, I feel like there is a tiny, tiny chance that he's actually telling the truth, that might be something at work here that I'm not understanding. I mean, that much is quite likely, but I have little doubt that he's actually evil. I mean, I wish I could just keep listening to him for a bit longer without making any commitment either way. I mean, since the game gives me an option to specifically bluff here, or to ask him to continue without bluffing, I wonder if this will lock me into something that I don't want. I mean, if it gives me a bad ending, whatever. It is a simple offer, really. One that you can ill afford to turn down. You give me the Crux of Ages, and I will let you leave the Citadel unharmed, with enough gold to last you the rest of your life. Then you must leave Thermor and never return. Thermor will continue to fall into Goblin control as our insurgency spreads. If you ever return to Thermor, we will look upon you as our enemy, just as all humans are. Okay, so he's really unabashed about his own evilness and about his plans. So yeah, I mean, you'd have to be suddenly decide to roleplay as a really evil, despicable, greedy character to agree to this. I mean, I guess I appreciate the option, but it's not really an option, though. Take but a moment to think about it, human. Do you really care that much about Thermor? Would you sacrifice yourself for people you don't know and for a land you don't remember? I agree to your offer, but I do not possess the Crux of Ages. I mean, I do. And he would definitely know I'm lying, right? Why would I even do that? I mean, I don't know. Just for fun. What? You have not recovered the Crux? Gramuk appears momentarily confused before a scowl forms on his face. Well then, human, I withdraw my offer. The frail old goblin raises his hands and utters a strange incantation. As his hands drop, the room fills with flashes of light. Oh, really? Just spiders? Meh. Let's see how bad he is. Wow. As it turns out, not bad at all. What? What? Okay. Well, obviously this was just for the sake of experimenting. Although, that being said... Well, actually, I can save all the way up here and talk to him from here. What have we to discuss? Blah, blah, offer. Sure, I agree. And now I can still attack. Okay, that's nice. That's nice that the game allows me to still trick him at this point. The wrinkled face of the goblin curls into a smile. Well now, despite the overwhelming impudence of the race of men, you have shown there is hope for your kind. Gramuk steps forward and extends his hand. Now, human, give me the Crux of Ages. Sure. Okay. Gramuk takes the large gem from your hands. He holds it up to the light of the flames and stares into it. The torchlight reflects within it and dances upon the walls around the room. Content with his surprise, Gramuk turns to you. Now to deal with you, human. You of course realize I could do anything I wanted with you now that I have the Crux. In fact, it would be an expected ending to your quest if I was to withdraw my offer and destroy you right here. But that is not to happen. Goblins are not the deceitful monsters you humans claim you are. Oh, what a twist. You will receive the gold I offered you, as well as your freedom. Follow me, human. Gramuk leads you to a large vault just off the main vestibule in his tower room. In the vault you see huge chests filled with gold, gemstones, and priceless bars of divine ore. Okay. He picks up a canvas sack and begins scooping armfuls of neatly stacked coins from a table into it until the top can barely close. With the crux back in our possession, we now have the power to reclaim our ancient homelands. You've aided the race of goblins, and now I make good on my offer. Gramuk lifts the hefty sack of gold and places it in your arms. Take this gold, human. It is enough to buy passage out of Thermor, where you can retire as a wealthy lord. But heed this warning. Once you leave the citadel, you will be just another human to us. Leave Thermor and never return. You cinch the sack of gold closed and hoist it onto your shoulder. It is heavy. Perhaps its weight is more than that of the gold alone, for you realize this sack represents the death of many humans. It represents the lands of Thermor falling to the goblin scourge. In time, the weight of this gold may be more than you can bear. But for now, your only worry is getting out of Thermor alive. 83,510 gold pieces. Okay, that's a nice sum, a tidy sum. Gramuk escorts you through a secret tunnel underneath the goblin citadel. He says nothing as he leads you to a small door that he opens and promptly pushes you out of. With the sound of the door closing behind you, you realize it is all over. You stand there against the citadel wall, taking in the events that have just transpired, while the desert winds howl and bite your face with sand. Everything happens so quickly that it may be days before the weight of your actions sets in. Suddenly, the sound of goblin war drums carried on the wind brings you back to the matter at hand, leaving this area as quickly as possible. Under the blanket of the encroaching night, you make your way north to the Nimia River, where you are able to buy passage aboard a supply ship heading northwest into Eschalon. Huh. Okay. Well, that's the bad ending, I guess. Your quest ends in the west, where you are able to buy a farm overlooking the eastern mountains bordering Thermor. Really? A farmer? As the weeks pass, you watch the skies in the east turn dark. You hear talk in the local tavern that the goblins continue to overtake the lands of Thermor. The few humans who have escaped tell of the vicious goblin raids that have brought down Blackwater and Bastion Spire. The Commonwealth Guards are powerless. The Council has been disbanded and the Chancellor has disappeared. No one suspects what role you played in Thermor's downfall. Yet, every day, you wonder if someone has become suspicious of your past. For now, you try not to worry about it. For now, life is good. I mean, it's an ending. And they're not entirely wrong. I mean, Gramuk wasn't entirely wrong. Since I still haven't regained my memories, all I have... I mean, it really heavily depends on what kind of character this character is, right? Sure, he's been told all the significance of his actions and the role he is to play, that he himself decided to play before deciding to erase his own memories. But without those memories, really, what motivation could he have to care about Thermor? I guess it really depends on whether he just values the life of people he has no specific connection to over his own well-being. And I don't think it's entirely unreasonable to assume that maybe he might decide that, you know, that he would rather save himself. I don't know. Obviously, that's not going to be the ending I'm going to go with. Instead, of course, I'm going to, I guess, surprise attack Gramuk and see what happens from there on. Unless it really is the ending. I mean, I've always been assuming that we would go to Bastion Spire and actually do what we're supposed to do, place the crux there ourselves. But maybe that's all going to be told in more text form, as just like the ending we just saw. I guess we'll find out in a moment. Also, just wanted to mention that as soon as I hit escape on that thank you for playing screen, the game actually closed completely, and I was momentarily terrified because that did make my recording crash. But miraculously, I guess because this is such a tiny video size, my recording software still managed to properly finish the file or something. It's not corrupted at all. That's a pleasant surprise. Anyway, enough with the the out of character technical talk here. Let's see. I guess I'll take the opportunity to bluff and attack him by surprise. Gramuk continues to talk, but you are no longer listening to his words. Okay. Save versus element, success. No cold damage. So he just does not summon any spiders. Well, that's good. Or is it bad because I'm missing out on experience? I mean, I really don't care about experience. It's possible, I guess, that I might complete this level here, depending on how much game there is left, but I might also not. Air shield, element armor. I guess Predator Sight is not really going to help here, but I might as well. And you know what? For good measure, air shield, just in case. There we go. Just in case someone or something decides to attack me with ranged attacks down the line here. And a 1, and a 2. 100 experience points. Gramuk falls to the floor. His body writhes and his skin cracks amidst the shower of magical energy. A shower. He transforms into a Dirachnid, a massive spider seen only in the deepest of dungeons. Okay, so basically a Drider or something. Haven't been poisoned yet, surprisingly enough. And I am taking some damage here, but I think I might just win this, unless the dice really start falling in my disfavor. There we go. 2,500 more experience. Nice gory explosion right there. Something has been dropped. Yeah, lots of pieces of meat. With that final blow, the Dirachnid's body crumbles in a spray of gore. Indeed. A blue mist pours from the broken shell of the giant spider and crawls through the air as if looking for refuge. You stand back and watch it dissipate until you are confident that the creature is truly dead. I mean, can we be sure that it did not actually just find a new body to inhabit? Then you sense a calmness settle upon the room. Okay. And we can indeed keep playing Silver Key. I should probably take a good rest before continuing. Or I could take a look at all these treasures first. There is a teleporter in that back room. Locked, okay. And the Silver Key does not actually help with it. Presumably it's going to open this one. Yes. And this one wasn't even locked. That's suspicious. Save. Okay, this seems to be his bedroom. I guess, you know, not really expecting any more fighting here for the time being, so might as well shed some light on the matter. Also, pig locks. Oh, okay. Don't know what these are, huh? I wonder. I wonder what they might be. Unknown ring. Oops. What am I doing? Unknown still. Yeah. Okay. Well, still, I guess I might keep the Loremaster's ring on for the other things that we might find. What does he have in here? Leather skin 3. Why do I know what this is? Maybe because it's easier to identify. Oh, yeah, please. Okay. Mm-hmm. 33? Sure. Oh, come on. 7 more. I can do this. No problem. There we go. So, we should now, in theory, find at least 83,000 and something gold pieces here, right? We know they were here before. It would be kind of silly if we ended up with less. Well, there's 10. Okay. Only 83,000 more to go. Thinking cap, small steel shield, whatever. Okay, 250, 150, 750. Okay, okay. Getting there, getting there. It's a trap! Is it though? Okay. Another thousand. How much did we find? 1,200, 1,150, 2,150, 2,480, 90. With the 10 that we found there. Okay. Another 1,500. Oh my god. Okay. It's a lot of gold, to be fair. It's not 83,000, not even close, but it's a lot of money. Are we going to be able to do anything with it? I mean, that heavily depends on how much more there is to do. Well, allow me to briefly interrupt my young, naive self from a few hours ago. Just in case it drives you as crazy as it did me as soon as I watched my own, rewatched my own footage, that I left this chest mysteriously unopened. I decided to go ahead and go back in time and fix that. As you can see, I had to replay because obviously I had oversaved my previous quick save. So let's see here. Oh, okay, great. I mean, that's pretty much what I expected. Not exactly this, but it seems like all three of these chests were just randomized loot. Or did one of them have money? I think this one might have had the money stacks and the stacks of money. Those, I think, were pretty much the same. I ended up with about the same amount of money, but I did get a second Lore Master's ring this time around from the first of these chests, and ironically, of course, no magical items at all to identify with them, so yeah, random loot, yay. Anyway, just figured I'd quickly record this to fix that problem. Yeah, back to the regularly scheduled program or something. Also, another chest here, huh? Oh, wait, ogre strength? 1 piece of mercury, okay. Oh, wait, what? Oh, this, of course, this was gonna bring us to Bastion Spire. Oh, interesting. So I guess we just walk through here. Resting on that space made us teleport again. Good to know. What is this? Oh, no, not yet. Unless, I don't know, shouldn't I be keeping that around just in case? I guess Gramuk is no longer around, so in theory I don't need its protection anymore. But this seems to be going a bit too quickly here. This does open. I mean, I know that I can return, right? Just want to confirm that. There is a boat. Okay, we can return. Gonna save, although I guess I already did. Whatever. There's that boat by the lighthouse that I wonder if it will actually take me somewhere eventually. Hello? You must be the chancellor, presumably? Standing near a large chair, you see an elderly man. His eyes are glazed over and he's just staring into the air. He doesn't seem to notice that you have entered the room. Hello? The man just stands there, slowly swaying back and forth. He doesn't even seem to realize you have spoken to him. Are you okay? When you prod him, he suddenly yells out, "Send more troops! Send all we have! Now is not the time to question my authority or judgment!" Okay, interesting to see that Gramuk's spell still works. Also, for the sake of line of sight, these chairs actually count as solid walls, apparently. Judging by the minimap. Okay. I mean, presumably as soon as we actually place the crux, he will snap out of it and actually talk to us. But, okay. That's that, I guess. Is it worth walking all the way out? There was an additional teleporter in that teleport hub. Could I have somehow activated that? I mean, there was that inactive goblin teleporter in that house that was supposed to be used by the by the corrupted priest or something? Or, I don't know. Might be confusing a couple of things here, but... I wonder if I'm missing out on something? Sure, let's place it. 5000 XP. I guess I'll see what happens. But this definitely seems like it should be the end of the game. After we free the Chancellor and Gramuk is slain, what else could there possibly be left to do, right? Oh, also, did he... what? Did he move? Wasn't he standing here before? Did they actually just replace the Chancellor with a different NPC because that was easier to do in the engine or something? Oh yeah, he does look different. As the old man looks at you, the haze that clouds his thoughts fades away. He's beginning to look around, taking in his surroundings as if a blindfold had just been removed from his eyes. Dear boy, who are you? My name is Atantuo, although that, I guess, wouldn't tell you anything. Atantuo, I'm Chancellor Malcolm. I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused right now. I feel as though I have just awoken from a very long sleep. The Chancellor looks around the room, examining everything carefully. With each passing moment you see that he is regaining memories, his thoughts becoming clearer. I can remember something about the Oracle, but that is not right. The Oracle had nothing to do with... He pauses in mid-sentence and turns back to you. The Crux of Ages. It has been returned, has it not? I feel its presence here in the spire. My boy, are you responsible for returning it? Yes, I am. The Chancellor smiles. Chancellor? I always want to say Counselor. The Chancellor smiles. I don't know where to begin. There are many questions that I will need answered. However, I am sure of one thing. The people of Thermor owe you everything. While the Crux was missing, I felt an evil presence here in the spire. There was something influencing me from afar. I can't quite remember, but I feel as though I had no control of my own thoughts. I have done a great many wrongs to the people of Thermor. We have much rebuilding to do. We? Wait. I'm out of this. I have a bunch of money. Not quite 83k, but, you know, good enough to maybe buy a small farm somewhere. Honestly, I probably wouldn't choose to buy a farm of all things, but, you know. I'll figure out the details later. No more delays. I must summon the council at once. Oh, maybe he was not talking about us so much as him and his council. That would be fine by me. No more delays. Atantuo, we will have many questions for you. I'm afraid you will be sequestered here in the spire for a time, but I will see to it that your stay is comfortable. Okay? Huh. That is the ending. You spent the next 3 days sequestered in Bastion Spire, explaining your role in the recovery of the Crux of Ages. Although grateful for your actions, the Council stops short of publicly honoring you, expressing concerns over how the citizens of Thermor would react to the truth of the events. Instead, you are given a modest reward and told not to speak of what you know. The official proclamation is that the Oracle were defeated and the Crux of Ages was recovered by the Commonwealth Guard. Okay. Law and order are slow to return to Thermor, but the people have hope. You purchase a small bit of land in northeastern Tangletree Forest, where you build a cottage. Keeping rabbits out of your garden is all the adventure you want now. Although you seek a quiet life, in time you grow restless. For reasons unknown, you are compelled to have your equipment near you while you sleep. You begin to have dreams of whispers in the darkness and movement in the shadows. In the light of day, these nightmares fade, and your thoughts turn to more pressing matters. The leaves on the trees and changing in firewood needs cut. Are changing. There is a strange chill in the wind. Winter will be here soon. Okay. I mean, that's a nicer ending, and also one that actually seems to set up a sequel. Well, anyway, that's the ending. I think I want to check out if the boat goes anywhere. I mean, why make that interactable in the first place, right? If nothing will ever come of it. I'm just gonna do that as a small little addendum, unless of course it actually goes somewhere. Developer Island or something. Speaking of developer, thanks to Thomas Riedecker. Hey, it's post-production me again. Obviously, not only am I blind to certain types of chests, but I also just cannot read, period. Obviously, the developer's name is Thomas Riedecker, as it says right there. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, anyway, just figured I'd mention that. Back to the original recording. For making this game, it's a really nice game. Thanks for making it free too. I mean, it's pretty generous. Well, what else can I say? It was a neat game. I mean, there are things here and there. The walking speed is kind of slow, making backtracking and exploration a bit more tedious than it needs to be, but character development is quite satisfying. There's lots of equipment. Combat is pretty basic, but to be fair, I also chose the most basic type of character instead of exploring the magic system in more detail, as I typically do. I don't know. In solo player games, or solo character games, I hardly ever choose to play as a spellcaster for, I don't know, reasons. By the way, the game ultimately closed without me pressing any buttons, and it just, I just love it when the game literally shuts down. I guess no one thinks about us poor video recorders. Anyway, yeah, well, that's the game. I mean, we've seen the bad ending, we've seen the good ending, and now I just want to see if there's some kind of bonus content. I don't think I want to force you to watch me walking all the way back out of here. Trying to think, how long will it actually take? We can take the teleporter to Blackwater, and from there we'll still have to walk down to the lighthouse and through the lighthouse, and yeah, it's gonna take a few moments. So I guess I'm gonna make a magical cut here and see you by the boat in just a second, and we'll see if there is more to see or if that's actually the end of the video. I guess you'll already know when you look at the overall time of this, but yeah, anyway, I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I've done some traveling around first, doing some shopping for no reason whatsoever. I did find a really nice ring that I unfortunately never found before the end of the game. Ring of the Assassin, +5 to hit. I mean, that alone is insane. +2 to damage. Holy crap! Look at that. Imagine finding another one of those. I mean, I guess 20 hit points is nice, but this would have helped a lot. I mean, not that we needed it, obviously, but you know. Speaking theoretically, also I found another adamantine greatsword in the shop. Just bought it because I had so much money. Enchanted it to +2. You know, again, completely pointless. I was completely prepared to buy the incredibly unreasonable amount for the better shield. That's only 1 point of armor better than this one, but none of the shops had it, so yeah, unfortunate. Also, I never found a better amulet or any kind of decent hat. It's really only the thinking cap and this one, I suppose, in terms of light armor hats. Similar for shoes and belts, unfortunate. But oh well. Yeah, obviously none of that matters now. There is one more important matter to take care of. Unfortunately, we can still not talk to the evil priest about his involvement in the whole matter. I mean, I guess, was he under the same spell, under Gramuk's spell? I don't remember exactly. So maybe he's not really to blame. You know what? Whatever. Someone heard a crime being committed, huh? That's fine. Oh. Enemies. Uh-oh. Who, exactly? Wait. Are you my enemy? Come on, dude, please. You know what? Okay. Let's not do that, I suppose. Maybe... I guess he wasn't really evil, but just misguided. Yeah, unfortunately I still have to do the walking to the lighthouse, and there's a very, very good chance that nothing will happen there. But I'm gonna make one last cut, presumably, and see you there. Alright, here it is, the moment of truth. Now is not a good time to take this voyage. When is? Game, please. What a massive letdown. I guess I convinced myself more and more that there might just be some kind of extra final optional dungeon at the end of the game, after the end of the game. Maybe I would have had to place the crux first. Oh no. What if that's it? I didn't consider that. Maybe that's the trigger? You know what? I'm just gonna do some Googling, see if there's anything else to do after the end of the game. If this boat ever has any kind of purpose, I kind of doubt it, but who knows. And if that's the case, I guess I'll do whatever is necessary. If not, Again, you will already know because the video is probably only a minute longer than this. Anyway, we'll see. And I'm back, and now I know the disappointing truth. This was just meant to be access to some sort of add-on content, bonus quest or whatever, that never actually was implemented in favor of developing the follow-up game, Eschalon Book 2, which I guess ultimately was a good decision, probably, assuming that that game improves upon this one. Yeah, still, it's a bit disappointing that there's actually nothing more to do at this point, and the ending came so much faster than expected. I mean, I guess it's just going to be a very short and kind of disappointing episode, because there really was hardly anything in it. I mean, that's the danger of making a blind Let's Play and making assumptions. Well, it's what it is. At least we saw the bad ending that was reasonably fleshed out, actually, surprisingly so. More so than most games would bother doing, even though it was just in the form of some text windows. But, that's really all that's needed. A lesser game would have just either not given me the option to choose the evil dialogue options, or the not caring at all dialogue options in the end, or just gave me an instant game over or something. But nope, we actually got a somewhat of an alternate ending in its own right. Yeah, and then of course we saw the real one, which was, I mean, I guess a bit less disappointing. Also fairly basic, but that's true for this whole game. I mean, it's what it is. It was never a particularly ambitious project, I suppose, except for the fact that I guess it was made mostly or entirely by one person. So that's obviously an admirable effort, and the result was enjoyable enough, for sure. I've definitely pointed out the various smaller annoyances, the fact that you have to manually unequip your shield to do basically anything other than fighting, to light your torch, to switch to a bow, to cast spells. Are those necessary? I guess not. Those could have been made more player-friendly, I guess, and less realistic, quote-unquote. But again, I've talked about those things at length. The slow walking speed. Those are really the main complaints. Other than that, it works. It's fun. It's a decent length. I took, obviously, way longer than I really needed to, because I insisted on exploring every last bit. But that's just, how I like to play games. And I guess I'm gonna stop rambling and wrap this up. Yeah, I was expecting there to be more. There wasn't. That's fine. Maybe I'll do a let's play of the sequel. It's definitely not out of the question. I am interested in playing it. The question is whether I'll find room in my schedule, if there is anything more, I don't know, anything else that I'd like to play more. It's definitely not going to be the next game I play. For the time being, I'm gonna. Well, I guess that's nothing I should mention here, because it doesn't have to do with this game. But yeah, I guess the sequel is not going to be immediately after this one. That's all I want to say. So if you were looking forward to that one, I guess I'm sorry. It might come in the future, though. It's definitely not off the table at all. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up. It was a nice game. I had a lot of fun with it. I hope you did too, watching the series. I hope I did it justice. And yeah, without further ado, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.